I think first and the foremost thing is first describe the idea. So if you say that you have an idea which is only 2 lines, I think it's more of an infatuation. So it needs to be described so that it become like a detailed idea which can be analyzed further. So first thing is just describe it as much as you can. While you are describing the idea, I suggest focus more on the problem, the opportunity, the need, and the way you address that need might get changed, might get evolved. So fundamentally focus more on the problem, the opportunity, the need. Once you have done that, I think there are few things which I would suggest can help you validate your idea. First and the foremost thing is try to see how much your interest and ability gets aligned with this problem or opportunity that you are trying to address. So there has to be some degree of your ability match and your interest. So because you will have to be with this idea for many long years. It's not just about few months of dating, but you are actually looking at a period which could be few years. Second thing I think which will be important is to see how much the idea can really scale up. So while I'm saying scalability, I'm specifically referring to whomsoever is your customers, whomsoever is your user, whomsoever would pay for your services or would use your services or product or your concept. How much are those numbers? Can those numbers really scale up? So I think that's second parameter to actually visualize the potential of your idea. Third, I would say, which is very keen in the new age startups and the ideas, is the novelty factor. Because it's very important to have a novelty factor or some kind of an innovation which you're trying to bring out. It could be an old wine in a new bottle, or it could be something new that you're trying to bring out for people. But novelty factor plays an important role because it will decide whether you have a first mover advantage, whether you are going into a blue ocean strategy or many other things related to the novelty. After that, I think study of competitor is also important. So if you are trying to address a problem or an opportunity which others have done it in the past, there has to be a good study how they have done it and how would you do it. So are you same? Are you trying to do it better, different, and things like that? So it's always important to have study of a complete competitor landscape. After you have done that, I think most important thing which I believe is you need to share it. So it's like a knowledge. When you share it, it will get enriched. It will actually grow more. Usually I see that fear, a lot of such fear in youngsters that okay, it's my idea, boss, I'll keep it to myself. But then nothing's going to happen if you really keep it to just yourself. So share it as much as you can, seek feedback from people around, toss it around, see how people are reacting to it, and finally once you implement it, it will belong to that person. So at an idea level, it can be with many hundreds of people. So if you are thinking of an idea, there is a good possibility that hundreds of thousands of people around the world are also thinking on the same idea. So it doesn't matter. Just share it around, just toss it around. After that, I think fund or the kind of money which is required to pilot it, to experiment it, is important. Usually if you see fund required to execute, that is a figure which would typically be very big or might derail your thinking process. So look at the funding which is required to experiment it, to pilot it, to bring to a life at a very minimum kind of a situation where you don't need to full-fledged implement it, but ideas which could be piloted, which could be experimented, just to see the first feedback, just to see the first user reactions. So what fund is required and how much are you prepared and how much you can arrange for it. Finally, I think your idea has to go through an idea funnel in a systematic manner so that the chances are bright that this could be your $1 million idea. So just go around and start hunting for your $1 million idea.